I said in a previous video that I think Zercher RDLs are one of the best exercises that grapplers can perform in the weight room because they train so many of the characteristics and qualities that we need to be able to take an opponent to the ground, pass their guard, pin them, and submit them. Namely, the ability to squeeze in the upper body and arms and extend through the spine and lower body. But what happens when the shoe is on the other foot? What happens when you're the athlete who's been taken down and you're trying to re-guard so that you can get back to attacking in the form of sweeps, submissions, and wrestle-ups? I think John Danaher has the answer.
There is one simple exercise which I do insist all of my athletes do on an almost daily basis. This is variations of the simple exercise toes to bar.
Why is this? The most important rule of thumb for regaining or maintaining guard is to close the space between our knees and our elbows and to resist any kind of effort to open that up. The bigger the gap between the two, the more inside real estate we're giving up to the guard passer, and the more likely it is we're going to find ourselves getting passed and pinned. While there's obviously a massive technical aspect to this, we can't ignore the fact that all techniques require the expression of force, and if we want to optimally express that force, we have to train the underlying musculature and movement patterns. The toes to bar is a fantastic exercise for training exactly that. Firstly, not only are we training the hip flexors in the bottom portion of the rep, we're also training the obliques and abdominals as we work towards the inner range and the spine starts to flex and curl up. In the hanging variation of the exercise, we're also getting a strong stimulus for the grip and also through the shoulder girdle as we have to contract isometrically to stop swinging around and to actually get our toes up to the bar. Plus, it doesn't require any kind of specialist equipment to perform. Here's how I personally like to work up to a full hanging toes to bar. Firstly, you're going to start on the flat with a short lever, so knees bent, and you're going to work through the easiest range of motion only. You're going to hold a weight behind your head and then just curl your lower back up and off the floor and then back down under control. Next up, you're going to keep your knees bent, but now you're going to lower all the way down until your heels touch the floor, keeping your lower back pressed into the floor, and then you're going to curl back up. Next is straight legs, all the way up, all the way down, the same technique as before. Now you're going to start again with the whole series, but you're going to do it on a decline bench set to the lowest setting. When you're able to perform the exercise with straight legs in good form, you're now going to work on a steeper decline and repeat the cycle all over again. When you're working with straight legs on the highest setting, it's time to move to the hanging bar. First up, you're going to raise your knees at or above parallel. When this becomes comfortable, you're going to bring your knees to your elbows. And after this, you're going to go for straight legs, toes to bar. If you find this jump from knees to elbows to toes to bar too much, you can bend your knees on the way up, straighten your legs, and then lower them on the way down. And then finally go full toes to bar. Remember, for all hanging variations, the more you swing and cheat, the easier it's going to be. So that is another variable that you can tweak to progress over time using stricter and stricter form. Enjoy.